2 weeks later, the Lafayette Police Department is still investigating a shooting that happened at this park right across from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Die-hard black and gold fans are still talking about football, and this time it's all about Drew Brees possibly retiring. So, who is the right person to replace the beloved quarterback? With less than 25 days until Christmas, many Americans will opt for an artificial tree. But for some, picking that perfect real tree is part of the holiday experience.
Last March, we saw a huge push from students and student organizations primarily that came together and provided their fellow students with whatever they needed.
Trey Delcrum is responsible for the day-to-day operations at UL Lafayette's campus cupboard. Delcrum says that he's noticed a decrease in students using the university's food pantry.
Interestingly, we have seen a decrease overall in students coming by to the campus cupboard, and we think that's primarily because there's not as many students on campus. Most students are staying home, they're working, they're doing school from home.
According to Feeding America, with donations from the community, food banks across the U.S. distributed 6 billion meals in 2020. Campus Cupboard is working to be an ABC pantry, meaning anything but cans.
What we found is that a lot of donors, whether they're individuals or groups, will constantly send the same thing. So we tracked what students wanted, we saw what was staying on the shelves, and it didn't match what we were receiving. And so we've been pushing hard to nail down exactly what students want.
The campus cupboard is located inside of the English Intensive Program building, and this semester students can pick up to-go bags filled with items like these. In Lafayette, for Louisiana Focus, I'm Aaliyah Domingue. Last week, the University Program Council held their annual Lagniappe Week. Activities were held all week long, and on Thursday, UPC took over the Cajun Dome Convention Center for their movie night.
So today we have our event, we have our drive-in movie. Unfortunately, it had to be moved inside due to the weather. So we're going to have 30 free concessions. We have 2 food trucks outside. So we have the Smoking Pit and we have New York Cuisines and Po'boys, I believe. So we have about 200 chairs inside for the students to come and attend.
The University Program Council showed the movie Bad Boys for Life to UL Lafayette students. Taylor Weary, UPC's entertainment director, says that the organization wanted students to have a sense of normalcy during the final weeks of classes.
Our main goal for this event is really just to allow the students just to come out and have just like a little study break for this very stressful week. I know finals are coming up, and also our Lagniappe Week as well. So we just want just to have the students come out and just have a good time, get a little time away from their homework, and just to come out and enjoy with their friends.
Students like Elizabeth Woodfox says that COVID-19 has impacted her college experience, but this year's Lagniappe Week is a great opportunity to get a sense of the beloved campus tradition.
My freshman year, because of COVID, I didn't get to experience it. So at least this year, it might not be the same exact thing that I'll get if COVID wasn't a thing, but at least I'll be able to experience it this year.
Lagniappe Week is the last week of events for students on campus. Students can expect about 20 on-campus events next semester presented by the University Program Council. In Lafayette, for Louisiana Focus, I'm Aaliyah Domingue. The major streaming service Netflix began testing a feature that could force people borrowing a password to purchase their own subscription. Students like Mary Margaret Chahon use Netflix and says that this crackdown would affect many.
I can't think of a single person that does not share a Netflix account. It's expensive. I mean, we've got so much stuff to pay for. We've got books.
Here at UL Lafayette, the university does not provide cable access for students living on campus, leaving many students to rely on streaming services for entertainment.
In the dorms, we don't have the cable, so I feel like a lot of people would just be like, what am I supposed to do with all my time now? Whenever they just want to watch their TV shows.
In 2020, the popular streaming service gained over 37 million new subscribers. According to the New York Times, despite the increase in memberships, earlier this month, some users received a message that said, if you do not live with the owner of this account, you need your own account to keep watching. After receiving this message, they were required to complete a 2-step verification within a short amount of time. For many students, like Jaya Walker, Netflix not allowing password sharing will force them to leave the platform.
most students that come to college, they don't have like that much of an income. They don't have all these jobs. It's hard to find a job, so they don't have the money to pay for the Netflix. And so like getting one from like your mom or friends or something that have the Netflix account, that would be like beneficial because you're saving money, first of all.
Netflix has not announced when they will start enforcing password sharing. In Lafayette, I'm Aaliyah Doming for Louisiana Focus.